It's an airplane. It's a new icon. No, no. Well, yeah. Well, why not get excited? There's something to be interested in. Your packages are fine. Yes.
Somebody else?
Well, no, they just pushed them down.
Well, I put something else, but not something else. I have my books actually here. And the reason one question is because I have my book here.
Dennis moved everything because somebody was getting
So
thrown
what's
off.
this? What's this jacket?
I don't know. Well, Dennis moved everything because there was somebody getting in trouble with thrown off. Oh, Jamie was getting thrown off.
Okay.
So maybe it's Jamie.
No, but he's okay.
I know. We won't throw him off.
Well, you will throw me off because, that's what I have.
Well, everything will
This
be
is
all
still you,
right.
right?
It was me. I'm going to try
I'm going to wait
to
until
get it. We can behave like we want to.
I'm just going back where I left my stuff, which is still.
Welcome. Please rise in body and or spirit and sing number 225 in the gray hymnal, O Come, Emmanuel. It may be obvious to you that I'm not Jackie. Unfortunately, she's ill, and so I'm subbing this morning. This service is being broadcast live on YouTube and will be available as a recording on the UUFCC YouTube channel. That will be after the service. Now, this is a good time to turn off your phones, and I will try to remember to tell you to turn them back on after. For those who are joining us virtually, you may wish to have a chalice or candle available for our chalice lighting ritual. We are using first names and last initials to protect our identity. Today is a special day. It's the beginning of Advent for people of Christian faith, and also the day of Buddha's enlightenment. Bodhi Day celebrates the enlightenment of Siddhartha, the Buddha, which occurred under the Bodhi tree. It is observed annually on December 9th in many places, including Japan and the West, and on the 9th day of the 12th lunar month, which falls in January in other regions like China. Many Buddhists commemorate the event through meditation, prayer, decorating with lights, and performing acts of kindness. Welcome to those who are watching on YouTube, and welcome to all here at the fellowship. Each week we gather together, even as we are in many different places and whether our sacred space be virtual or live. You are welcome here at UUFCC no matter who you are, your race or identity, no matter who you love, no matter where you come from. no matter your background or spiritual journey. We know you come here for different reasons, to find community, to speak your spiritual and personal truths, to ask questions, to nurture and be nurtured, to explore new ideas. We come from different places, different regions, different religions, different beliefs, and different backgrounds. We trust you will hope, we trust you will find something that you need here: comfort, connection, challenge, and love. And we hope that you will find ways to help others. If you are new here, please stand or wave if you're comfortable, and tell us your name and where you are from and how you found us, why you decided to join us this morning so that we can welcome you after the service. Are there any new folks here today? Okay. We're glad that you have chosen to spend your Sunday morning with us. And now I would like you to just turn and look at each other and see who's here and who you haven't seen for a while and who you can welcome. Much gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making today's service happen, including our greeters, the decorating team, who have done such a beautiful job in the chalice. Tom, Doug with the mics, and our behind the scenes folks, the office staff, Anna and Sandy, worship associates, the board, and especially the cleaning people. Those who are taking turns caring for us by making coffee and goodies and cleaning up after the service. These would include Aheen, Trudy, and Betty. And now Margaret will play the prelude. Thank you, Margaret. Music's beautiful. Now it's time to light the chalice. And if AJ's here, yeah, come up, please. In igniting this chalice, we cast upon it our hopes and intentions. It's right here. Yeah. For all that is positive in our minds and in our hearts. May this precious light shine on. Thank you. Now, if you would read with me the affirmation in your order of service. As love is the spirit of this fellowship, and service is its law. This is our aspiration, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, and to help one. And now I'll invite Reverend Ann to please come for a story for all ages.
If you want to sit right there so I can see you. But if I got down on the floor, never get up again. So today I could not find a book that talks about exactly what I want to talk about. So I thought instead we'd start with a test. Okay, you all want to take a test first thing on Sunday morning. Okay, what season are we in? That's close. And if you live in Canada or where I grew up in Erie, Pennsylvania, it's winter. But it's not quite winter till about December 21st, 22nd. But it's winter. Anything else? It gets colder, even here in Florida. It gets a little colder. What's happening in our economy, in our social way of being, in stores and catalogs? What's happening? Prices are going up. And this is the preparation for Christmas for many people, even if they are not Christian. So they're out there buying gifts that'll take them all year to pay for. Why do people give gifts on Christmas? It's the season of giving. And okay. Yeah, that's a big part of it. So what is Christmas, the day of Christmas, which is really a whole season, not a day, but what is that about? That's a wonderful thing. But the original meaning of what Christmas, the birth of Christ, Jesus Christ, that's when Christians celebrate that birth of the Son of God, Emmanuel, God with us. And there's a story that wise men, it may have been people, because it doesn't say they were all men, brought gifts to Jesus, the new baby who is to bring hope and joy and love and peace into the world. It didn't quite work out that way, but we keep hoping. So this is a time when Christians prepare for Christmas. As we heard, this is the time when Buddhists celebrate the Enlightenment. What's Enlightenment? See, it's a hard test. Enlightenment, Siddhartha, who became the Buddha, was raised without ever seeing suffering of any kind. His parents made sure he never saw sickness or death or poverty. And when he finally left the enclave his parents had built for him and went out into the world, he found life was not like that. People suffered, they got sick, they died, there was war, et cetera, et cetera. So he went off to find a better way. He sat under this tree and meditated for a long time, and suddenly it came to him. Enlightenment gave him a way to deal with suffering, help people find ways through suffering and death and all. You needed to sleep more last night. I saw that. So this is a very special season. Now, do you think Jesus was really born on the 25th of December? No. That would have been insane for Mary and Joseph to travel anywhere so that Jesus could be born in a stable with animals and smells and straw. We don't know when Jesus was born. We don't know the circumstances or even the place where he was born, though there are a lot of places in and around Jerusalem that claim to be places where Jesus was involved in something, but we don't know when. Why did they put Christmas at the same time as the winter solstice? That's true. It gave them a date to remember since we don't know the date. But that time of year is when pagans celebrated the solstice, the winter dark time, and they did it with a lot of lights and colors and joyful celebrations and feasting, because it was a scary time. Living through the winter could be difficult, especially the farther north you go. So none of this is known to be fact. I wasn't there when the Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree. I wish I had been. He could tell me what it's all about, but I wasn't there. I wasn't there when Jesus was born. I wasn't there to hear the teachings of the great teachers of all the world religions. But some of it has come down to us in stories, and we honor those stories. And how will you celebrate this season in your home? Do you know? Do you put up a Christmas tree? Yeah. You bring light into the world through that tree, and it can mean whatever it means to you. So enjoy this season of feasting and lights and presents and all good things. And remember, whatever the religious perspective you hold, it's about love, joy, peace, hope that will bring goodness into the world. I give you all A's for taking the test, and you may return to your seats.
Now please rise in body and or spirit and sing hymn number 226, People Look East.
Time is near, of the crowning of
Our opening words this morning are by Samantha Lynn Wilson. A call to worship is secretly a call to focus our attention. Choosing to focus our attention is countercultural. Daily we are called to worship. At the altar of many devices, surveillance systems, we let take lead over our every waking moment. We are called by headlines set purely on our activation by tools that gamify our every human connection. We are not called, we are led. We are not led, we are entrapped. Instead, here we practice being called. We are called to bring our attention to the altar of unpredictable human relatedness. We are called by those ancestors, this wood, the room's particular light, this chalice's particular fire, and the children that were just here. We are called to focus all our attention on a foolhardy and open-hearted commitment to share a future together we cannot cancel nor control. In the words of the poet, farmer Wendell Berry, we are called here to do something today that's not quite complete and does not quite compute. Spirit of life, call our collective attention to this precise moment, the threshold between then and now, the moment upon which we hang our honest promises like portraits chiseled and framed by our own hands, imperfectly and together. Come, let us worship together. In our tradition, thank you, John. You can enter your joys, your concerns in this book. It's kept back on that table as you come in, or you can send them to Book of Life at UUFCC.org by the Saturday afternoon before the service. We also embrace the tradition of dropping stones in the bowl. The water symbolizes the community, and the stones represent your joy or sorrow. This is a time to briefly share that which is most sacred to you. There will be time for announcements later in the service. Please be aware we are creating a permanent record of these moments on YouTube. Today is Pearl Harbor Day, called a day that will live in infamy by President Franklin Roosevelt, who also outlined 4 freedoms: freedom of speech, of worship, and freedoms from want and fear. We hold these ideals close to us. May we honor them during this time of holy days. And this is from Carolyn. Now, if you would like to drop a stone in the bowl to share a concern or a joy, please come up.
Good morning. I could probably use all of the stones that are there. this morning. I've spent a week in Michigan with my family grieving the loss of our niece. It was 3 degrees in Michigan when I was there. I didn't see the pig farmer boyfriend, but I did see a glimpse of what my life could have been like had I stayed in Michigan.
Good morning. We received a text yesterday from somebody who has been here on and off, our friend Cindy. She is in Advent Hospital with double pneumonia and asthma problems, and we went to see her yesterday. She's in very good spirits and really wants to go home. But if you could please channel your energy and your thoughts and your prayers to making her better, because she is pretty sick. Thank you.
Hello, so I have 2 stones. One is for the lovely evening that my husband and I spent with our vegan friends at a restaurant. It was really fabulous, and it was just lovely. And the second stone is for the money I won, $38, in a little game that we played last night. But I'm donating this to the chaps. I'll go out and shop for them. Thank you.
I have a joy to share. My name is Trudy. We celebrated my mother's 101 birthday. And it was great to have family together, but it was also a little stressful. But we're happy that she's still with us. So.
Hi, this stone is for Jackie, who's not here today, who's pretty effervescent person, and she has generally 40% of her lung working, and she's really sick with bronchitis on top of that, and has an infection in her lungs. And I would like to ask each of you to collectively, we just take a big deep breath and do that with in the hopes that she can feel this and join in with us. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you.
The last stone that Reverend Ann just put in represents unspoken joys and sorrows in our hearts. May we hold these and each other in love and tenderness so that this fellowship may be a source of strength and comfort, courage, and hope in the days and weeks ahead. And now please join me for a moment of silence. And now it's my sincere joy and pleasure to invite Reverend Ann to the pulpit. She is speaking about Universalism, mysticism, and hope.
You're obviously anticipating something, and I may not be able to deliver. Think about that. While there were small pockets of universalism within Christianity from the beginning, it took deep roots in America through Hosea Ballou and John Murray. In an era of deep anxiety, spread by fear of damnation, torment in a lake of burning fire for all eternity, preached by most religious denominations, Universalism proved to bring comfort and hope. It may be difficult for us to imagine how real those fears were of a God of wrath, where though some religious groups still preach that somewhat watered-down version of theology, Ballou has been called the father of American Universalism, along with John Murray, who founded the first Universalist church in America. This church, originally called the Independent Christian Church, was founded in Gloucester, Massachusetts in 1779. Its core belief was based on universal salvation, which holds that God's love will ultimately save all people. Ballou divested this church of every trace of Calvinism and opposed legalism and Trinitarian views. Today, mainline Christians preach a loving, personal, caring God who stands always ready to guide, comfort, and encourage believers. This God is the only God I have ever known, and it was real and present in early American Universalists and to modern Universalists in the UUA and the Christian Universalist Church. Some of you may find this idea of universalism as both boring and irrelevant to your life, as you are humanists or persons who don't really care a lot about religion per se. That's a fair position, but you might want to consider the impact of universalism within the history and reality of this association, and how it contributed and still contributes to mysticism and hope. Another great Universalist and Unitarian idea was mysticism. The core element of this mysticism is the direct, intuitive experience of transcendent mystery and wonder. Have you heard that particular idea within the UUA today? Which moves a person to a renewal of spirit. Mystical experiences are often described as a sense of unity with everything and a transcendence of our egos. Christianity is not the only or primary source of mysticism. All the world's religions have those who claim mystical experiences, such as Sufis in Islam, Hasidic Jews, Hindu mystics, etc., etc. Unitarian Universalist Sam Berliner III says this: mysticism is quite simply the frank acknowledgement that there is far more to existence than we know or can ever know. Mysticism has its clearest effect in Unitarianism through Ralph Waldo Emerson and the 19th century Universalist Transcendentalists, Bronson Alcott, the father of Louisa May, Henry Ware, Henry David Thoreau, and Margaret Fuller. They stress the importance of the individual experience of the divine, frequently finding its expression in nature. But many of you find that holiness in the created world. Once experienced, it didn't let them go. Contemporary UU minister Tom Owen Towell calls UUs free-thinking mystics with hands, or engaged mystics. That really defines this community to me. Our transcendentalist forebears believed we ought to be able to maintain our rational powers while also freely accepting and sharing our experiences of those transcendent moments of reverence, mysticism, and unity. I'd like to take just a second of quiet for you to think about those mystical experiences you may have had. Lastly, and most importantly, we come to hope, a strong and confident expectation of positive outcomes. In modern terms, hope is akin to trust and a confident expectation. Buddhism defines hope as the foundation of putting those suffering on a path toward inner freedom and holistic well-being. It instills the belief in positive outcomes, even in the midst of suffering and adversity. Hope allows people to envision a better reality than they are experiencing and act positively in the midst of less than ideal conditions. As I pondered hope, I was reminded of the work of Dr. Viktor Frankl, based on his experience interred in Nazi concentration camps. He recounts in his 1946 book, Man's Search for Meaning, based on his observation of who among his fellow inmates in the camp were likely to survive and those who were not. And out of that, he created logotherapy after he came to the United States. He powerfully argues that while we cannot control all the circumstances that come to us, we can always choose our attitude and find meaning in any situation, even the most horrific. Is this not a practical application of the feeling of hope? Clarence Russell Skinner, perhaps the most influential Universalist theologian of the 20th century, embodied choosing hope through what he called the pursuit of the universals, expanding human understanding beyond partial truths toward the ultimate vision of inclusive community. Even during the Great Depression, when universalism was declining and the social gospel movement seemed defeated, Skinner refused to despair. Writing in his poem, In Times of Disillusion, God is unsurrendered, so am I. All caps. I light the candle and I dream. Again, all caps. Skinner argued that the universalist idea of God was the largest thought the world has ever known, the most revolutionary doctrine ever proclaimed from that big, big idea. He derived hope. From all of this history and personal experiences shared by many from all spiritual perspectives, I gather a simple thought, which I fully admit I find difficult to engage always. Hope is the result of religious expressions holding out theologies that articulate good news. And I believe all the world's religion have some good news to share with us. Hope is the result of mystical prayer, meditation, or reflection on the meaning and personal experience of life. And it draws together like-minded people in communities of optimism and anticipatory action. As we look forward to a new calendar year, perhaps we can hold each other to more hope and less black moods of despair, in spite of all the evidence that things are more difficult than many of us have known in our whole lifetime. We can live in hope despite deep concerns for this country and the world. We can speak peace, even though war rages in many places around our big blue marble. We can believe hope will triumph over despair, creating a better life for all. I challenge you in this coming new year to continue or take up some kind of meditative practice every day. Every day. Every day. Devote some time to prayer, meditation, walking in nature, whatever brings you close to the eternal. And from that time of quiet, move into the world in hopeful action. I sometimes find myself just sitting in despair when we can all do something that is hopeful for ourselves and those around us. Blessed be. To be truthful, I often wonder what that applause means. And if you would share what elicited that from you with me, I can do a better job for you. Thank you.
Thank you. In the tradition of Unitarian Universalism, congregations exist because of the generous support of members and friends. It is our privilege and our responsibility to ensure the health and future of this fellowship. We have several ways you can give. In the basket that will soon be passed around, with a Venmo app made to UUFCC offering. You can mail a check to the office. If you are here for the first time, though, please don't feel obligated to give. You are our guest today. We will now accept the offering. Thank you. And now it's time for announcements. As many of you may have heard, we are now going to have a new group sharing our space. This will be a welcome assist to our budget. And I have the name. 1 second, please. This is, it'll be the Slavic Christian Church of Venice. And they will be here in our sanctuary on Tuesday and Fridays from 7 to 10, and Sundays from 1:30 to 4:30. Laura, would you like to come up, please?
I just wanted, if you haven't already been attacked by me at the doorway, if you would like to join our community of hope, please grab one of the ornaments that are in the back there, and on the back, write a hope you held deep to your heart, or someone you'd like to remember for this month, and then put it on our tree. Okay? Thank you.
Just want to thank Dennis for stepping in at the last minute and doing this service.
It's always a blessing to be up here. Now it's time to highlight other events and activities. Are there any other announcements? Trudy?
Good morning. The Art Committee will be giving a talk on the 30th on spirituality and art, and we've come up with some very brief activities, just creative, not even projects. They're just take a few minutes. When you come in the morning, if you want to check, there'll be a table, and we'll have a few things that you can do that are creative, and we hope will kind of bridge the divide between art and spirituality and hope. And so anyway, so check it out. You can do it before or after the service. There'll be a little table. We won't be doing it today because of the potluck, but I hope that will kind of bring about your creative juices, and they'll just be small activities, fun things to do. You can, thank you.
Thank you. There is a correction to the UUFCC week's activities. On Friday, December 12th, the Social Justice Alliance will be meeting, not the Social Justice Committee. Brand, yes?
And that's at the COD.
Come up.
Not here. That meeting has been moved to the UUCOV for December the 12th. It will not happen here. So I just wanted to make sure that you don't show up here if you're going to attend.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm sorry?
Can you announce what it is? UU Venice? It's UU of Venice.
Okay. Our closing words are again from Rebecca Savage. As we end our time together today in spiritual community, may we depart this sacred place, this space, knowing that blessings shall follow us all the days of our lives if we live in and return to right relationships. If we extend grace and forgiveness to ourselves and others, if we behold mercy as a spiritual superpower, if the Creator loves and holds us closely, may our lives radiate the blessings that we have been given. May kindness and compassion fall gently from us. May there be peace in the world, and may it begin again with us. And now, Laura, if you'll come forward and extinguish the chalice. May the warmth of this light remain with us, guiding our steps and our hearts. Let us carry forward the strength of this community, the courage to speak truth, and hope that transformation is possible. In each breath we take, may we remember that the work of love, justice, and healing is ours to continue, both here and beyond these walls. Go in peace with the light of this gathering to illuminate your way. And now, if you will rise in body and spirit to sing hymn number 168, One More Step. Now, please join us in the social hall for potluck. Also, feel free to eat outside. The weather is quite nice. Go in peace.